Hay Rube is a Walter Lantz Productions cartoon from 1954. This is a Sugarfoot cartoon, directed by Paul J. Smith and written by Michael Maltese, with a voice cast including Dal McKennon and Grace Stafford. And I didn't mind it. I thought it was a pretty good narrative and it worked well enough. Sugarfoot sees this horse who is performing in a circus. And Sugarfoot wants to be with this horse, this female horse. And he decides the best way to do this is to join the circus. And it's all about him performing tricks at the circus. And I think we have a really great variety of tricks. And visually, they came across really well. I thought they were quite entertaining. And we also have an evil ringmaster as an antagonist, as a villain. He looks pretty fantastic. But I don't think they really utilised that character as much as they could have done. I thought visually he looked wonderful, well, evil, but I didn't really think the character played as important a role in this as he could have done. If they took the time to develop the character and make him a little bit more interesting, I think it could have been a slightly better constructed narrative. But in general, I think the character brought something to it, just not as much as they could have done with the character. But Sugarfoot was really entertaining. And the other horse was quite fun to watch. I like the design of the horse. They're very similar, but obviously with some differences in their appearance. The design of the circus tent was pretty good. It's not too busy. There's not a tremendous amount of detail. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It means we can focus on the trick or the performance without any distractions from the background. But that being said, had they gone into a little bit more detail with the background, the audience, that kind of thing, I think that would have enhanced it a little bit. But again, nothing tremendous. So it's not too bad. I won't say how it concludes or where it ultimately goes, but I think it went in a direction that I was pleased with. So it's not the best narrative, it's not the best written story, but it is pretty decent. The animation, again, is not the best, but it is pretty good. So I'd say it's a slightly above average cartoon in terms of how much I was interested in it. This is, I think, the last Sugarfoot cartoon that I have to watch. There are not many of them at all, and that's a bit of a shame because the character is pretty good. I like the character. I think they probably could have done a lot more with the character, but nevertheless, it's a pretty good cartoon. If you like cartoons about horses or circuses, then I'd say Hay Rube is worth checking out. It also told me what the word rube means. I'd never heard of it before. I had to Google it, so I got a bit of an education there as well. Some pretty interesting characters, could have been a little bit better, but nevertheless, I enjoyed it well enough. And if it sounds like it would appeal to you, then I definitely recommend checking out Hay Rube.